Business is ridiculously easy when you take these 3 things I'm going to teach you in this video seriously. But first, let me introduce myself. My name's Maikelyn. I'm a multi-6-figure entrepreneur, and I'm a business mindset coach. I help you reach your goals, take focused action, break limiting beliefs, and really get to where you want to be in business. And if this sounds like something you're interested in, scroll down right now and click on the top link in the description. But let's get right into the video. So how do you make your business easier to manage? Well, the first thing you can do is create SOPs. And SOPs are standard operating procedures. And there's actually an acronym that I came up for this to help you remember it so you make more SOPs, because SOPs make your life easier, okay? Stop overusing pain. Simply put, SOPs help eliminate unnecessary struggle by systemizing frequent tasks. And what you're gonna do is make it so simple that somebody else could look at it and easily do it. This way you can outsource it later on if you want to. Essentially what a SOP is gonna help you do though is save your future self from the pain of having to figure out how did I do this thing again. And ultimately this is gonna save you time, effort, and energy on other more important tasks, and especially needle moving tasks, which is what you need your pain for later down the line. That's why I came up with that acronym, stop overusing pain. Use pain to tackle needle moving tasks instead. I'm gonna give you a few quick examples of how you can create your first SOP. The one that I love the most actually is setting up new employees. You can have phone interviews in there, you can have in-person interviews in there, all the questions that you would be asking these people, right? Things that you know have been tried and true and helps you find a good new employee. Why are you relying on your brain to remember those things? It should just be in a SOP. So take all those questions and put them into some type of document, okay? It can be on pen and paper if you're traditional, but I highly recommend you do it in a place called Notion. And that way you can always easily access it on your computer. Anywhere you go, on your phone, you can just easily pull it up, and it's just so easy. And around here, we like to make the good things easy and the bad things difficult. If that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos from me. I want to tell you about the next example though. So another way to use a SOP is to create something for email responses. Like certain people you always email all the time, right? Just have that standard procedure, right? Have that response just put in there so you can copy and paste it and put it into the email. Less using your brain, more getting work done. I always have the same questions come up with my customers. They'll ask me like, hey, when is my order gonna be getting shipped? How long does the processing take? All of these questions and their answers belong in a SOP. And once you have a couple easy SOPs made, you can move on to more advanced ones, like for your taxes, for instance, in your annual reports. You can have the website, you can have the things that you need to go through step by step. That way you're not relying on like, hey, what was it that I was supposed to do again? Because what did I say before? Your brain is not good for remembering things, right? Your brain is actually good for problem solving and for being creative, but you have to be careful with the way you use your brain, because every day you get brain points and you're just wasting them, right? The SOP's gonna help you save your brain points. You wanna use your brain points for things that are really difficult, and taxes are really difficult. So the SOP's gonna actually make it a lot easier to navigate too. But I'll be completely honest with you, I actually don't even do my taxes. I have somebody else do my taxes for me because I don't need to be doing everything in my business. And that's something I talk about a lot on this channel. You need to be delegating. You need to be having other people do things for you. So stop doing everything yourself too, and that way you can actually get more done. Business doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy when you spread the work on other people. And you can even have other people make SOPs for you in case they end up saying, you know what, hey, this isn't for me anymore. They can have everything put into a document for you, step by step. That way, if you ever have to do it yourself, you can do it yourself. Think of SOPs as that best friend that you can always lean on. So make sure you use this and take it seriously, because this is gonna help propel you forward so much faster in business. You're gonna be able to have way more energy to tackle things that are actually difficult. Next up, let's talk about environment design. And what this means is to make your environment work for you and not against you. Because I know if you're anything like I used to be when I first started out being an entrepreneur, my life was a mess. And if your personal life is a mess, tackle that first and foremost and then move it on into your business. But that's the thing here. You need to stop living this cluttered life, this junky, like all garbage and stuff. Clean up your act first, okay? First in personal and then in business. And then you're gonna move on to what is it, like inspect what is it that's stopping you from getting the work done? What in your office is stopping you? And I'm still learning to this day. I had this thing called a pillow sack in my office, and I was wondering like, hey, like why am I not getting as much work done? I feel tired in here, right? Your brain likes to make associations. I was falling asleep in my office while trying to read nonfiction books, but I ended up actually just abusing this pillow sack in my office, and I was reading fiction books and it just was not working out. And I needed my business partner there to actually tell me like, hey, you got to get that out of here. This is stopping you from getting work done. And sometimes that's what it takes, a second set of eyes to be like, you know what, that has got to go. And if you need a second set of eyes to fix your office setup and give you like a true honest audit, I charge a small fee for that. You can DM me on Instagram and I'll hook you up and we can take a look at your office and see what's stopping you from getting work done. The next thing I want to talk about with environment design though is you need to have things within arm's reach, okay? You shouldn't have to get up. Everything that you need should be right by your side. I'm talking a pen, a piece of paper, water, a laptop charger, anything that you're gonna need while you're getting work done should just be within arm's reach. You shouldn't have to leave the room and come back because every time you leave and come back, right, you're forgetting what the hell it is you're doing. You're not focused anymore. You're very distracted. And speaking of distractions, eliminate what distracts you. Your phone should not be in your office. And if you need a phone, like you run a business where you're talking to people all the time and you need to talk to people, okay, then have a business phone. There's no need to have a personal phone in your office with you. I don't care who you are, what you do. If somebody needs to get in contact with you, they're gonna have your business number, right? They're not gonna need to blow up your phone. Get your phone out of your office. It just does not belong. And there's a couple other things I wanna talk about with distractions. Music is really important. I know a lot of people like to listen to degenerate music, okay? And I'm not gonna lie to you, like there are times where I still do, okay? It's a very hard thing to quit for me. For some reason or another, I just can't quit it. I'm the kind of girl that loves to listen to a song on repeat and have the lyrics stuck in my head. And I don't know why, I just can't break this bad habit. But if you're like me, okay, you need to listen to things that are distraction-free when you're working, at the very least, okay? And I have a whole Spotify playlist for that, which you can check out in the link in the description. That's free, you can download it, listen to that music, and every time you listen to that music, you're gonna get into the workflow. You're gonna be primed and ready for work. Your brain is gonna make that association and be like, oh wait, I get work done when I listen to this music. Let's go, let's get the work done. Download that playlist. I'm telling you, I've been using it for years now and it works like a charm. Every single time I play that playlist, my brain's ready to go. I'm fired up and I'm ready to think and focus on whatever it is that I need to focus on. And the last thing for distractions here is to download this app called Freedom. You can download it and it does cost a small fee, but I think it's worth it. When you can pay for something that's gonna make you more money, it's worth it in my honest opinion. Anything. It's a business expense, okay? Like literally do whatever it takes to make sure that you can get the work done. If you're the kind of person that checks your emails when you're trying to get work done, you're checking Facebook, you're checking Gmail, you're checking Instagram, you're checking TikTok, whatever it is, I don't care. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you. Download Freedom because it's gonna block you from any distractions that you do, okay? Amazon, anything. You shop when you're trying to work, I don't care what it is. Freedom's gonna block it. Download the app. I literally wish they would sponsor me because I love this app and I talk about it all the time and it's really helped me a ton. And listen, if you're the kind of person that needs to be held accountable for your actions and you want to take focused action, like I said, I'm a business mindset coach. I can help you. I can help you get to where you need to be in your business. So scroll down and click on the link in the description and let's see if we're a good fit. But I'm going to talk about the last thing here, which is non-negotiables. You need to set firm boundaries with yourself. You need to prove to yourself that you can do things, okay? Set non-negotiables and stand behind them. The first example, which I stand by and I've been doing for years now, is that I don't allow junk mail into my house. I don't care what it is, it does not enter my house. It gets recycled immediately, okay? And this is something that you should be doing too. Why are you allowing junk mail into your house? Why are you allowing junk and clutter, right? Just keep it out of your house. At the very least, the junk mail does not belong, and I always stand by that. That is a non-negotiable. And honestly, if anybody knows how to get rid of junk mail, let me know in the comments because I would like to just completely get rid of it. I don't know exactly how to stop it from coming to my house. And if you take this seriously and you actually get rid of junk mail and don't allow it into your house, you're gonna see the letters that are important. You're gonna look at your mail instead of just picking it out of the mailbox and putting it on the counter, right? What if you got a letter from like the IRS and that's gotta get taken care of, right? That's some serious shit. I'm not trying to make you scared or anything, but business can get scary sometimes and you just want to be aware of what's coming into your house, what's coming into your home, right? You don't need to be bringing the junk into your house. So just stop. Another non-negotiable is my limit with people on the phone that are toxic. If there's somebody that is calling me like mom or dad or a sibling that is just complaining to me a lot, like I unfortunately have to deal with that in my family. I'm not trying to pick and pull up people's families and my own, but I limit it. I say no longer than 5 minutes. If it starts going over 5 minutes, it starts going south. So I limit the time that I talk to people. And you should be doing this too. You shouldn't be allowing negativity into your life, because that negativity is going to make your business life harder. You're not going to be able to do the work if you're stressed out about something, if you're worried, if you're upset, right? You need to have a positive mindset in order to get work done. You can't be so consumed with negative energy. It's going to consume you. And I'm telling you right now, that's something I really stress on this channel. If you've got negative energy going on in your own being too, work on it. Figure out, where is it coming from? Is it coming from other people? Is it something that you can fix internally, right? Do whatever it takes so that you can have a clear, focused mind to get the work done. And one last example of a non-negotiable that I set for myself is continuous learning. I make sure that I learn something every single day that's going to help me with my business. It must be written down. At the end of every day, I'm gonna write down like, hey, I learned this thing. That's something you should be doing, because you wanna keep learning. If you stay the same, you're gonna be going backwards. Honestly, people are so afraid of change, but change is the only thing that's going to make you successful in business. You need to learn things. You need to put yourself out there. You need to do things that make you feel uncomfortable so that you get more comfortable. You need to accept rejections. Things like this are going to help you become a better person in business. You're going to be able to handle your business much more easily if you do all of these things. And the more you follow everything I mentioned throughout this video, the more confident you're going to be. If you can prove to yourself that, hey, I can follow through with these things, you're gonna feel more confident. Your self-esteem is gonna go high. Everything I mentioned in this video, I actually do. I'm not just saying it. I'm not somebody that's like reading off a script and telling you like, hey, you should do these things, and I don't actually follow them. These things have helped me. I've been in business for over 8 years now. Like, I'm not kidding you. I've made so many mistakes. I've allowed negativity into my life. I've allowed people to take advantage of me. I've allowed my life to get really cluttered and messy. If you actually take these 3 things seriously, you set up SOPs, you set up environment design, and you set up non-negotiables in your business, business gets to be easy. Business gets to be very easy, but it all starts with your personal life first, and then it goes into your business life. And if you slip up sometimes, because I'm not saying you have to be this perfect human. You don't need to be a robot, okay? You're gonna slip up sometimes. Things are gonna happen. You're gonna get overwhelmed, and you're gonna hit rock bottom potentially. I mean, most businesses do. There's some point in time where you're gonna hit a rough patch and it's gonna be tough to get through. But instead of staying stuck there and instead of looking behind, right, you just keep moving forward. You pick yourself back up and you keep moving forward regardless of what has happened, regardless of what somebody has said to you, whatever it is, you just pick yourself up and you keep moving forward. You're gonna be able to get so much more done this way, I promise you. And listen, if you find yourself feeling unsure or still kind of stuck and you want help navigating business and you want help with somebody that's really experienced in all of the things that I mentioned, let me work with you. Like, let's see if we're a good fit, okay? Scroll down right now, click on the top link in the description, and I'll see you next time, all right? Bye for now.